Hello everyone, this is Dr.SHIVA Ayyadurai, and I'm pleased to be here this evening. And what I want to really talk to you about, I just want to check if my Periscope, everything's coming in here all right as I'm talking to you, and I think it is. Great. What I want to really talk to you everyone about today is what I've put forward in the title here, is that why our victory in Massachusetts is going to be a death blow to the establishment, a significant one. Because you see, Massachusetts, many of you, if you've studied history, will know it's really the epicenter of the lineage of the monarchy that goes back to the British Empire. Many of the people who lost here, in the 1776 revolution, didn't get up on their boat and head back. They embedded themselves and they became the quote-unquote blue bloods of Massachusetts. And that's today exhibited in the GOP establishment. I'm not talking about Trump, because the GOP establishment has nothing to do with Trump. The GOP establishment of Massachusetts and the Democratic Party are one uniparty. When we ran last year, the GOP establishment, by the way, it's the GOP establishment in Massachusetts is headed by two guys, Charlie Baker, who's a quote-unquote Republican governor, and his mentor, Bill Weld, who was a former quote-unquote Republican governor. Both of them hate President Trump. Baker said he wasn't going to vote for him, and Bill Weld, is running against Trump. So let me repeat that. We have two Republicans in Massachusetts who head up the Mass GOP, who actually are the power behind it, who hate the President of the United States, who hate Trumpers, who hate MAGA, and who hate, Keep America Great. These people hate people like me because we're outsiders. And then they actually collude with people like Elizabeth Warren. When I ran in 2018 as a Republican, they should have embraced me. I represent the American dream. I grew up as a working class kid in New Jersey, worked my butt off, got 4 degrees from MIT, created thousands of jobs, started 7 different companies, have contributed millions of tax revenue to this state and the United States government. And instead of embracing me, the so-called Republicans, Bill Weld and Charlie Baker, they got so scared that they ran an idiot. His name was Dirty Jeff Deal, who faked a Photoshop picture with Trump against me. And therefore, I knew there was no way I was going to get on the ballot when I ran in 2018. I ran as an independent. And it was a big victory in many ways because, first of all, we destroyed Elizabeth Warren's credibility. We had thousands of signs all over Massachusetts saying only the real Indian can defeat the fake Indian, if many of you remember. I'm the one who sent her 3 DNA test kits. The idiot Elizabeth Warren took them because of the pressure, and then she had to sprinkle in some Mexican and Peruvian genes even to get one out of 1024. That was done by our volunteers on the ground. And on top of that, we ran as independents and we got 100,000 votes, 5 times more than any U.S. Senate candidate in Massachusetts Senate history. The last guy that ran as an independent, he was a dope, so they didn't have any problem allowing him to be on the debate stage. But a guy like me who would have eviscerated Warren and the Republican fake Trump idiot, they weren't willing to do that. So they illegally kept me off the debate stage. But yet, in spite of that, we got 100,000 votes. To me, that was a huge victory because we showed that we had taken a huge step forward in spite of them to garner 100,000 votes with fanatical, Trumpers and people on the ground. Today, we're running as Republicans. This time, we're running as Republicans because we just need to get enough signatures to get on the ballot. Now, as of 4 or 5 days ago, the Republican field was clear to run against either Joe Kennedy or Ed Markey or Ed Malarkey. Both of them are lawyers, 2 lawyers who've never produced anything, never created anything, essentially live off public money, live off people. Joe Kennedy lives off a $50 million trust fund right from Harvard over there, has never really done anything with his life. Same with Malarkey. Markey has been in there for 50 years. So instead of the GOP establishment supporting someone like me, Charlie Baker and Bill Weld, who probably promised a judgeship to this idiot, his last name is O'Con Man, have put him forward in order to give another hurdle. But we're going to destroy the guy because our volunteers and the women and the mothers and the fathers who are coming out are working people. These people are not lawyers. 3 lawyers against a worker. I'm one of you, you're one of me, and it's time that we in this country got representation. So our election in Massachusetts, a working class kid from Jersey who came a la India, worked his buns off, earned 4 degrees, never was given anything, made his own way, is the American dream. That's what you're about. That's what I'm about. This is why we must win and destroy the lawyer class in Massachusetts in this election, because it's going to be a victory for all of us. Trump's victory in 2016 was historic, but this victory, with all humility, without hyperbole, my winning, your winning in Massachusetts, it's a national election. And this is a national election because the issues I stand for are broad in scope. Against, big tech censorship, I have a solution. For health rights, no forced vaccinations, a health rights bill which I've crafted, and also for citizen science. These guys don't know anything about that. They're lawyers. In fact, the Boston lawyer is basically a guy who was a swamp lawyer getting, white collar criminals off. So it's about time that you had one of you and you had someone like me, and we deserve good people. People actually work for a living. This election in Massachusetts is about the working people. Dr. Shiva, you versus the lawyers. The lawyers are the aristocratic class. If you look at them, when the British monarchy lost, they embedded themselves here in Massachusetts. So they went from monarchy to become lawyers. And lawyers are the ones who craft all these laws. No one can read them, except they make a ton of money by crafting stuff they can't read. You have to hire them. They craft laws that actually impose regulations on us, take control away from us. They control the future, so we can't. So the election in Massachusetts is going to be historic. So please go to Shiva for Senate, support the campaign. Today, we were all out there collecting signatures on the ground. We have to collect 20,000 signatures. These liars, these cheaters, these 3 lawyers will take money, donations, and they will hire signature getters, professional people. They won't be on the ground doing this because they're completely running a fake campaign. They're fake Democrats. Someone just wrote, if you're fed up, let me see this here. Let me see here. Someone said, if you're fed up with Massachusetts Indian, it could use a leader of your caliber. We need you in the Senate. Have you seen InfoWars in a while? We need to get you as much exposure. Dr. Shiva, you're an absolute treasure. Viva la Trump. People need to spread the word. Love you, Dr. Shiva. Hey, Dr. Shiva. So bottom line is, everyone out there, the election in Massachusetts for U.S. Senate is a national election. We must surround this swamp. Massachusetts is the center of the swamp. And our winning, the Shiva for Senate campaign, your winning is going to be a huge death blow to the establishment. Let's give it to them in 2020. Tell me what else you want me to talk about. I'll be doing regular of these podcasts, regular videos to educate you, but we need to raise around $2 million. If you like what I'm saying, if you support the campaign, donate 25 or more, and I'll actually send you a book. I'll send you an application to teach you how your body is a system, and a bumper sticker. But it's time that we all came together to win in the center of the deep state and deliver a death blow to the establishment. Thank you, Shiva for Senate. Be well.